Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Om Zo. I'm a music producer and a DJ. And today we're going to talk about the inspiration that had led me to produce this my first track, I Know. And it's been a journey, I have to say, since it took me a long time to get to where I am now. The song really was, came to its inception about a year and a half ago. While I was literally doing whatever it is, okay, that you do every day, same thing, normal things. I was just online, checking out stuff, seeing if there's anything interesting. I was bored off my ass. And I came across this post, kind of talk about, that was talking about a love affair that was happening online. Now, it might not sound like much, but the relationship happened in a game. For most of you, probably this is a normal occurrence. But for me, I grew up playing Street Fighter, Final Fantasy 1 through 7. I mean, we're talking about games in which the players don't really interact with another player, other than if you have a friend over and he was playing on the other side of the joystick. So for me to see that a love affair can happen online virtually, it really was an eye-opening experience, and I dug deeper and tried to understand the mentality behind the players and how this kind of relationship can come about. The more I dug, I've come to realize that in fact a virtual relationship is possible. In fact, in a lot of cases, I've read that you can be a lot more intimate. And in my own experience, just screwing around online, it's kind of true, because I'm not saying you're hiding behind your computer, but you have a certain you're kind of anonymous in many respects. If you don't want to use your real name or real profile picture, you have the option to do so. And by doing that, a lot of people tend to just speak the truth. In real life, if you really think about it, meeting somebody and saying, hi, nice to meet you, and what do you do, what's your hobby, whatever, and all the stuff, it's a progress. And sometimes can be very daunting, especially if you're talking about relationships. And a lot of times we make compromises in terms of what we truly want to say to the other person. You don't really speak the true truth, because that truth is very hurtful, right? You have to use ways to say things to kind of help you through a certain situation. But online, you almost don't have to if you don't want to. One day, if you feel happy with a person, you can say, yeah, you have a great time. And then another day, you think they're a jerk or whatever, you delete them, block them, like on Facebook and all that, pretend they're gone. I love that episode on Black Mirror about the society, evolving to a point in which everybody have to get social points. You could block people, It could become like that. But I thought the notion of virtual versus reality and the juxtapose of that could be an interesting theme. A lot of people think that, online, anything virtual is kind of fake. But the truth of the matter is, when you're in real relationship, as I mentioned, like what is real, what is fake, if you can't really speak the truth to another person most of the time because it's hurtful, is that real? Because because you have because that person is really there. What is a relationship? Is it about the emotional exchange between two people, or the physical element, or both? I think obviously it's both, but in the society we live in today, I think it's hard. Our cities are becoming more crammed and populated, but the people are becoming more and more lonely. This is a paradox of our time. I used to know my neighbors. We used to go, play some things on the street, play dodgeball, whatever. I mean, I don't even know my neighbors now. I wouldn't even ask my neighbor now to help me, out for a few moments so I can park my car. I don't even know them. Sometimes I know my neighbors too because I'm too loud. They complain. They send the police my way, and there's nothing to do about it other than to complain this guy's an idiot. But it's actually my fault. Regardless, I think this virtual and real life scenario and relationship, what constitutes a relationship, it's a very interesting subject, and I think I know talks only kind of a little bit about it. The song, going back to the not only the inspiration of the song, but about the song. The song's about a girl falling in love with another player online, and everything's great. They go on a quest, go kill monsters together. Everything's great. They have great chats. They're just clicking in every way possible. Of course, they're playing with their in-game avatars, so they don't really know, what they really look like in real life. As their relationship progresses, though, this need to really want to know another person in real, it becomes more and more apparent, and so they decided to meet each other, and everything's fine. They chose the place and everything, but when the time came, the guy didn't show up. Thus, leaving this girl, kind of confused, perplexed, and thinking, what in the world's happening? Why didn't he show up? And the song really, kind of talks from her point of view as, in ways that she's trying to protect herself as well. She knew she kind of like was doing something silly, falling in love online. She put herself out there, yes, but she kind of tells herself, I know, everything is I know because I'm kind of giving myself the path to sanity. But the real truth about any relationship, for that matter, is that nobody really knows the situation. Everyone have their perspective of the situation, not the whole truth. The whole truth, it's a combination of whoever's involved in the relationship. But ultimately, is there actual truth? I mean, one day when I do have enough funds to shoot the music video, I would like to show that the reason why that the guy didn't show up was because he's disabled. He's in a wheelchair. He's super psyched to meet this girl, but he is completely freaking out that if he were to meet her, she will reject him because, he cannot walk. I mean, in the game, he can jump and leap, 10 stories high and kill monsters with her. But in real life, he's in a wheelchair. What's going to happen? I mean, so the fear of embarrassment and all that and rejection supersedes their need to meet. And therefore, he, decides not to show up. Anyways, that's kind of the nutshell of this story. I certainly hope you enjoy the song as much as I did, in creating it. In terms of production, of course, the inspiration is about, this online gaming relationship. I decided not to use tons of this in-game sounds. I didn't want it to sound gimmicky. In fact, I decided once I picked the lead singer that I really want to focus on her voice. I want her voice to tell that particular side of the story from her point of view on an emotional level. The production needs to be as simple as possible to support that part of the storytelling, and I think it came out quite okay. Again, I hope you liked it, and thank you for listening. Really, this is first of many songs I'm going to be releasing coming up soon. I'm working on the remix for this song, which I will release shortly. But and I definitely will share with all of you the second it's done. So thank you very much. Again, my name is Omzo, and see you next time.